and we're going to talk about who the most underrated players are in the NBA. Because, I mean, we see All-Star Weekend shines the light on the players that everybody feels like the fans vote in who they want as the starters. But then we also see a lot of players that are all-star snubs or players that just don't get any acknowledgement at all. So, guys, who do you think are the most underrated players in NBA? Kyle, let me hear your or actually, you can say underrated players, or you can say who your number one underrated player is. So let me hear you. What you think?
I got there's three. I feel like one, Jay Crowder, two, Isaiah Thomas, and three, Mike Conley. I feel like they are definitely Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder. They are great players, and the fact that they led a developing Celtics team to 33 wins this season that's a testament to their what they can do to the whole organization. I feel like they need to have more props than what they have right now. And Mike Conley, like we were saying earlier, even when Marc Gasol wasn't playing with the Grizzlies, they still won games. And I feel like along with Zach Randolph and Tony Allen, Mike Conley definitely played a role in that. And even in past seasons, he's been one of the key players in making the Grizzlies go to the playoffs and keeping them in the playoffs and even knocking out the Clippers.
Yeah.
So I do think that those players definitely need a little bit more recognition.
Let me say something real quick. This man D Sizzle has me weak. This man said, "How about a class on the top 20 ways to make peanut butter?" I'm done. I can't. And then the comment before, this man has me weak. He said, "The ramen gets so tiring, you got to be able to doctor that stuff up."
Hey, he's already hooked.
I'm weak, man. Go ahead, Rashad. Go ahead.
Brother, you know I hate topics like this.
Why?
Because you know who I have to say, even though I hate it so much.
I mean, he's a great player.
I hate it so much, but I have to say Jimmy Butler. Because that's how good he gets, even though I think he's awful. I can't stand him.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Because I can't stand him. I just can't stand Jimmy Butler. Because everybody says he's better than Stephen LeBron. I just hate stuff like
Not
that.
everybody.
I hate the obnoxiousness.
No, because you run into the people that try to egg you on purpose. Yeah,
these are people that stand by it, fully committed. I'm talking about even when
they don't like LeBron and Steph, probably.
I don't want to get into this. But for as well as he's played for the past 2 seasons now, for them to still say it's Derrick Rose's team, even though Derrick Rose has been on a huge decline, shows that they do not give this man his props, even though. I mean, I give him his props for playing the whole game now. Because when we did that, me and Brendan, in the middle of the game, we had to play the whole game with no sub. That was tiring. And for him to score 20 points and play defense like that, that's tiring. I give him props for that. He is a really good player. He wasn't an all-star, but his injury put him out the game. He's still underrated because no one's giving him his credit. I'm definitely not gonna be one to start giving him his credit, but no one else is giving him his credit. So he's, as right now, as the most prime player in the league, he's the most underrated player that's playing in the game right now, because they still won't say it's his team yet, when technically it is.
That's a good point.
He's definitely leading it.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of Jimmy Butler, honestly, but
for
me, on my list of underrated players, I had Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Isaiah Thomas, DeMar DeRozan, John Wall.
Oh yeah, John Wall.
And Karl-Anthony Towns, actually. And I don't know, out of those players, the player I feel like that I would say hasn't gotten his credit, because Damian Lillard does get credit. I mean, he got snubbed in the All-Star game this year, and we saw how he responded with 51 points on the Warriors. I mean, come on now. But I feel like Damian Lillard, he gets credit because, I mean, people like Rashad said, people don't even acknowledge Jimmy Butler's team, but people do know. But I think after LaMarcus Aldridge left, that's when people were like, it was Damian Lillard's team. And now, I mean, I don't know if LaMarcus Aldridge was there, if you want to say Damian Lillard's team, or LaMarcus is the leading scorer, so you can say who you want to say. But I feel like so many times Damian Lillard doesn't get his credit as a all-star point guard sometimes, because he can get overshadowed by players like Russell Westbrook and Stephen Curry and Kyrie Irving and Chris Paul and guys like that. And Damian Lillard's sitting there in the Western Conference like, bro,
I'm nice too.
I'm here. You know what I mean? But then I also feel like DeMar DeRozan is underrated, because DeMar DeRozan is a baller, man. I mean, Toronto's second in the Eastern Conference. These past 3 to 4 seasons, they've been in the top half of the Eastern Conference. And I mean, granted, their playoff success hasn't been there. DeMar DeRozan hasn't really gotten his credit as granted, he got voted to the All-Star game this year, but it was in Toronto. So, I mean, that's something to be said for that also. But most times when people are naming their top shooting guards in the league, it's always Clay, James Harden, Dwayne Wade or somebody, and then they just Jimmy Butler, or they go right over DeMar DeRozan. It's not even like he's there. You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, man, like what he's like, what the brother got to do to get some recognition out here? And then CJ McCollum has just been balling, like Rashad was saying. I mean, the way this man he went from averaging about like 11 or 6 points or so last year to averaging 21 points this year. And he's shooting 45% from the field and shooting 40% from 3-point range. That's incredible.
That is.
And you know, now that you see what his game is also elevated because he's in the starting lineup. But the fact this man's shooting practically 45% and 40% from the 3-point line and then 45 from the field goal percentage is incredible. You know what I'm saying? And he's averaging 4 assists on the season. So him and Damian Lillard have been, you know, one of the best backcourts. Of course, everybody's gonna pick Steph and Clay as the best backcourt. I mean, we could have a debate about that on another day, because I mean, you got John Wall, Bradley Beal in Washington. You got DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry in Toronto. You got I just said their names. You got DeMar DeRozan. Wait,
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, you got Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum in Portland. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, you got them in Portland. So there's all these backcourts that you could say, man, you could argue who's the best backcourt there is in the league. So I think those guys are definitely underrated. And then Karl-Anthony Towns, I feel like he's just gone under the radar. I don't know, because none of the rookies teams are really winning like that. Kristaps Porzingis team isn't winning like that. But Karl-Anthony Towns is having the best season of any of the rookies. The man's averaging a double-double, and it's just like nobody's acknowledging it.
Because he's playing in Minnesota.
I mean, and that team has great young talent.
Mm-hmm.
They have great young talent.
You got Andrew Wiggins there, so it's like it's kind of hard to outshine someone like Andrew Wiggins, who came out as this mega star out of college.
But the crazy thing is, you see their work ethic sometimes, and you see reports of the work ethic, and some will argue that Karl-Anthony Towns is a harder worker than Andrew Wiggins sometimes. Because Andrew Wiggins he's still kind of like a playful kind of guy, while Karl-Anthony Towns is more serious. Because I mean, he does have Kevin Garnett there to mentor him and keep him in line. Whereas sometimes they say Andrew Wiggins can be a bit sensitive to that tough mentorship, so he kind of shies away from it, while Karl-Anthony Towns embraces it. And I mean, the man Karl-Anthony Towns is shooting 53% from the field. That's better than any of the rookies. That's better than Jahlil Okafor, who was argued to be the best offensive rookie. And Karl-Anthony Towns is averaging more points than him. He's averaging double-double. He's averaging 10.2 rebounds, and he's shooting 36% from the 3-point range. And he's shooting 53% from the field. So, and also underrated stat for big man. He's shooting 84%, practically 85. He's shooting 84.8% from the free throw line. That's a big deal because this is the crazy thing, because when people look at Anthony Davis's numbers from Anthony Davis's rookie season, Anthony Davis averaged like 13 points and I think about 10 or 9 rebounds. And this guy's on a better projection than Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis is a guy that just dropped 59 a few days ago. And last year, everybody was talking about Anthony Davis could possibly be the best player in the league coming out of last season after they saw how he had the Pelicans playing last season. So Karl-Anthony Towns, man, people keep their eye on him.
Hey, can I say something about Damian Lillard?
What's up?
I feel for my man Damian Lillard. Let me tell you why.
Wow.
For y'all that don't know, please go look it up. The year Derrick Rose won the MVP, they have identical numbers. From what Damian Lillard has right now and to what Derrick Rose won MVP, it's identical numbers. So why can someone who won MVP with those numbers win the MVP, but someone with the same numbers can't even make the playoff? I mean, make the All-Star game.
That's because that's
that is a good question.
See, here's the thing. Because for one, this is one thing.
He's also in the West too.
He's also in the West. But here's one reason why I believe he's going to get snubbed from the All-Star game, because one, Steph Curry's in the starting lineup, and the fans vote on this. So one spot's taken by Stephen Curry. The next spot was taken by Kobe Bryant. And then you also have Russell Westbrook, who's in there. I don't know if Russell Westbrook, I don't think he started. I can't remember if he started or not. But then you also have Kobe Bryant, who was in there. And then, you know what I'm saying? So you have all these guys that could get into the All-Star. And then Anthony Davis is in the starting lineup, I think. And I think Kawhi Leonard was also in the starting lineup. So then the reserves consisted of like Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Chris Paul, and all these other All-Stars. And if Kawhi Leonard didn't start, then it would have been Kawhi also. And I'm trying to think of other guys who made the All-Star game. I can't remember all of them, honestly. Oh, did Marc Gasol make it? I can't remember if Marc Gasol was.
I think.
I can't remember if Marc Gasol was an All-Star now. I don't know if his foot was still bothering him, because they had some All-Star reserves get pushed above Damian Lillard. Was the crazy thing, some All-Star reserves, but that's because but the reserves are choices by the coaches. And then James Harden also was a reserve. He was also a reserve. And let's just assume that Chris Paul, Klay, and James Harden were already your reserve guards. that's 3 guard spots already taken as a reserve. If Russell Westbrook started, that's already 3 guard spots taken up by those 3 guys. And then, I mean, the West is just deep with guards also. So it's like, it's tough.
So, okay. So do we see, since that was Derrick Rose MVP numbers, do we see Damian Lillard as an MVP candidate possibly?
No,
not at all.
No,
even with the same MVP numbers.
No, because Derrick Rose's team was number 1 in the East. That's the thing. Having a number 1 record does a lot for you.
It does.
Stephen Curry's not the MVP right now. If his team ain't number 1. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook. If Russell Westbrook's Thunder would have been number 1 last season, Russell Westbrook would have been the MVP, not Stephen Curry. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Having they put a lot on record. So when your team is number 1 in either conference, that's what gets you the MVP. And Derrick Rose did it. I mean, Derrick Rose was the heart and soul of that Chicago Bulls team when he won that MVP. And remember, LeBron was a villain during that season. So, because you can look at the numbers, and LeBron's numbers were amazing in that season. Yeah. But look at the 2010, 2011 season stats for LeBron and Derrick Rose. LeBron's stats were amazing. I don't care what anybody says. You can hate him all you want. His numbers were amazing, but
always amazing.
You know what I mean? But part of him not winning MVP had to do with the fact that
Derrick Rose
people didn't like him. I mean, when you leave Cleveland and you go to Miami, everybody's like, "Oh, you're cheating, man. This isn't going to be fair." Yeah, everybody was like, "Just come on, man. You can't go to him. You can't." Oh yeah, and Dirk Nowitzki also made the All-Star game. That's right. He also made the All-Star game. So that's another spot reserve that goes away. But and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant started. That's it. I was like, who's the other person I'm thinking? I can't even remember it. Kevin Durant started. That's right. But guys, it's gonna wrap it up for today's show. It's been KBR Sports, the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. Coming to you on WODU Studios, the best in college radio. Follow us at our KBR Sports Twitter page at KBR_sports, where you can tweet us live and also see our topics for the day prior to the show. And also you can listen to us like many people are doing on Rabble. And you can listen to us also on Spreaker and also catch our podcast on iTunes. And don't forget, tomorrow night, it's the event for with Work Release. Well, WODU Studios is partnering with Work Release. The event starts at 9 o'clock. So everybody, Throwback Thursday.
Get there and get your groove on, old school style.
9 o'clock to 2 p.m.
Yeah, exactly, man. Everybody come out, show y'all support, and have some fun, man. So, and don't forget, we're on every Monday and Wednesday, 10 a.m. to, honestly, I don't even know whatever time it is, because we get on late anyways, had the time, because I mean, now we have a show before us, so sometimes it depends on however the times work out. So who knows? Who knows? Whenever we're on, guys,
just be on, enjoy a great show every time.
Just come watch.
Come look at 10 o'clock. Give us about 10 minutes.
And then enjoy a great show. You'll still get your hours worth of greatness.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? There'll be a grace period, but we'll be here. You guys know we'll be here.
A little small time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So the hour is 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So just be watching the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready.
Be here.
Yeah. Oh man, is that all, guys? Oh yeah, the number to call in for anybody who wants to call in is 757-683-4405. You guys want to call in on future shows, and make sure you tweet and comment topics that you guys want to get heard on the show, because we'll talk about them. Whether it's something about whoever you feel like somebody's did something dirty to somebody, or RG3 is this, somebody Steve McNair is that. This
man, if y'all even pull out the cricket, I can go any sport.
If you want Rashad
any sport.
Rashad can talk
any
about
sport.
I'm not gonna talk about
we don't discriminate sports out here.
I sure as hell do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not talking about no cricket, bro. I'm sorry. You guys can tweet us for topics. Don't throw me no cricket. Don't do that. Don't throw me no water polo. I'm not doing it. But throw me some of the
water polo.
Yeah, if the sport isn't on the ESPN clicker of sports menus, don't throw it to me. I'm not gonna talk about it. You can throw me boxing. You can throw me soccer. You can throw me MLB. Throw me football. Throw me basketball. I'm not talking about no cricket. I'm just making it. Cricket probably is on the ESPN list. Yeah, actually.
Can we talk about bowling? My man Belmonte.
You know what, Rashad?
Hey, I can tell you some bowling now.
Rashad loves some bowling.
I can tell you, I'm going pro. Just wait on it.
This is actually the list. NHL. Yeah, you can talk about NHL. I love me some NHL. Yeah. I feel like it's soccer on ice. That's how I view
soccer
it. It's soccer on ice, man. It's interesting. The college football,
hockey sticks,
esports, video gaming now. It's coming up, y'all. Don't sleep on it. Video gaming sports is coming up.
That's on ESPN.
Hey, that MLG, yo.
Yeah, man. They had it on the X Games the other day.
Yeah.
And then NASCAR, golf, tennis, the Olympics, of course.
Right.
Racing, horse. No, don't click. Don't click on the cricket. Stop.
Hey, it's on there.
No,
it's on there.
No, guys, you already heard. No, you heard my standings. No,
cricket is on there.
I'm not doing the cricket. Stop it. You guys are ridiculous. I refuse. But anyway, like I was saying, what other sports are on here? There's also. See, Khaled clicked on my page and made me had to go to a different page.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was touchscreen. That's fire.
Yeah, come on. MMA, the WNBA.
Oh yeah,
women's basketball, R&BB, rugby, chalk. Wait, what? Chalk is what? Hold on a second. The CFL, the SB's endurance, man. Wow.
Hey,
Chalk.
so all those sports, if you have something to talk about, bring them into our comments.
What's the sport with the broom on the ice and they gotta be pushing the thing?
Broomstick?
No. What is it?
I don't know.
I'm just amazed at chalk. Wow, what is that?
Hey, just bring it in. Just bring in your topics for us, and we're good.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day.